For like 4 minutes now, I'm waiting for these guys to stop yapping and move their cars. Who parks sideways in front of a mulch bin? I'm now at the 5-minute mark of waiting for these two ladies to just stop fucking talking. You may well be wondering why I'm beside a baseball field when baseball sucks, but anyways, it has nothing to do with baseball. It has to do with that. Brown gold. I'm gonna reiterate that you do not need to spend a lot of money in order to have a great garden or to enjoy gardening. What the fuck is that? That's money. Anyways, one thing I would recommend that you do is take a look at your city, find out if there's a public pile of mulch that you can snag. Another option is to look at tree cutting services. They often have mountains of mulch that you can get for, if not free, pennies on the fucking dollar. This is just a city property. The big kind of city mulching area is there. They have their own mountains of wood chips that they use on all the parks throughout the city. And this, what you've got here, is basically all the winter debris. So in the city, all winter, they're pulling stuff down. They're grinding it up, they're chipping it up, and they're putting it in this big pile for homeowners and gardeners alike to come and snag. I just had to shoo off a couple of old crows that were out here just gabbing away. But anyways, it's a fantastic way to get some fresh mulch in your garden, around your property, wherever the hell you want, without you having to go pay. Why pay $5 a bag, $8 a bag, if you do end up finding a free source of mulch? The one thing I will caution you about is kind of, I personally want to stay towards the fresher stuff, the more dry stuff. Once you start getting into some of the older stuff that's had a lot of rain on it, you're gonna see that it's gonna be starting to compost down. And actually, there's a whole bunch of bugs in here. I don't know what they are. I'm wondering if they're baby earwigs. But regardless, it's not something that I really want to be transporting into my property. So again, benefit of the free stuff is that it's free. The downside is it may not have been going through the same kind of, decontamination process that a company's gonna do through their mulch. Take a little bit more from the closer edges and you'll probably end up with a lot more of that dry, freshly chipped stuff that's not gonna have any bugs in it anyways. Even though one of my main purposes is to thicken some of this up. Like, look, there's the soil right there. It doesn't really have too much mulch at all. Part of that is because, rain or snow kind of pulled it down the hill. The other is because I was legitimately digging in certain areas. I was digging in this area for some winter planting when I did those rows of tulips. And it's still a little barren because it wasn't as easy to can't wait for these. These guys here are one of my favorite. These are woodland tulips. They should be, you can see, you can just see one of the heads right there. Can you see that? They're an absolutely beautiful, beautiful little flower. So as much as I won't be able just to come and just dump it in, I still am gonna be able to fill up the wheelbarrow and then gently put it out by hand. So we ended up freshening up a fair amount, actually the whole side down here. I just kind of sprinkled it in, to be honest, because I didn't want it to be dropped and weigh down all the flowers. It worked out surprisingly well. Like I was dusting some sort of European cookie with powdered sugar, and it turned out all right. This one here was a brand new one. And then we had a little bit left over. Not a little bit, I had a lot left over. I had to decide what I was gonna do with it. If I was gonna use it on another garden bed, but what I opted for instead was to get the kids to do some work. All right, doing a good job. All right, start spreading out that pile over here. Get the front yard to pop again. It was in need of a makeover. So again, check around, because free stuff is a lot better than paying for it. And you know what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to calculate the area, look at what this whole area is as a refresh, as well as the first one. I can guarantee you that usually in the past when I've done that front one, I've bought 8 to 10 bags. That's at least 60 bucks there. This is probably another 20 bags of content. So I don't know, ballpark $300 in savings. Nice to refresh. Now we're just waiting for these tulips to pop. But other than that, I'm gonna leave you with that. I'm gonna say thanks for watching. Remember, if you're not dirty, you're not doing it right. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. If you do find... Oh, sorry. I'm just rambling. Yeah. No worries.